Killing time. Ooh, intense. Yet another public information film regarding railway safety. This is one coming to us from the UK, yes? British Railways. Now, we've already talked about a couple of British Railways public information films, when it comes to the railway safety thing, namely The Finishing Line and Robbie. But this one was released in 1992, and seems to be geared more for older kids. Still kids, but like teenagers, not younger kids. And, it gets brutal, but... Alright, I'm gonna explain that when we get to it. Because the opening bit is pretty standard. There's a group of teenagers who are deciding to walk down the railroad tracks like idiots, then one of them is like, oh, let's cross like idiots, and then one of them gets horribly mauled. We've seen this before, but that's only the first half of the film. The second half of the film, well, let's just get into it, shall we? Before I actually start, though, like I said, this was for British Railways, but not actually produced by them. It was produced for the British Railways Board by Aspen Business Communications. It's directed by Sue Reed, produced by Bernard Morris, and narrated by Tom Conti. And if you want to watch the original film in its entirety with only minor edits, which again I'll explain later, the link to the upload on YouTube can be found in the description. The film starts us off showing some of the electrified areas of the British Railways network, as well as a group of teenagers walking around doing things that teenagers do.
I want to go away, get out of this place. It's so boring, never anything to do.
I don't know what's the matter with you, love.
We're bored, that's what's the matter.
Well, I don't think I see for club. Play table tennis? Good idea. That's where Jennifer is. I've got to remember to borrow those records off her.
Not another game of table tennis.
What's wrong with table tennis?
I'm sick of table tennis.
The running theme throughout this conversation is A, their accents are really thick and I'm having some trouble over here as an American. Also, they're talking about table tennis. They're bored. They want something to do. And the one dude's like, I'm sick of table tennis. Apparently table tennis was all the rage among the teens in the 90s in the UK. I don't know if that's true. Either way, he don't want to do it. He wants to do something that's not table tennis. Alright? No more.
I don't know what you're on about. I'm blinded at table tennis.
Well, come on then.
Look, I don't want to play any more table tennis. I'm sick of table tennis.
Yeah, see, I told you. He's still on about the table tennis. It's a really big deal to him that they don't play any more table tennis. He's like, Oi! I don't want no bloody table tennis! What part of that don't you understand, mates? Oi!
I want to live. I want to have a good time.
Come on, Jane, you know what it's like? Yeah, it's like a big spot.
What are you going to do then? Give us a squeeze? Let's have a party. Nowhere to have a party, stupid.
Yeah, let's have a party. A party with table tennis. Now, don't you dare mention it around me, for I am the one with the stupid haircut and yellow shirt.
Here, let's play chicken on the track. Let's have a bit of a laugh. It's better than hanging around.
Oh, no. You shouldn't be doing that. See, that's kind of a Jersey thing. And it never goes well for them. We don't talk about New Jersey, all right? You don't want to be emulating those people. I'm just saying.
That wicked bugs me fast.
Could have brought a Tesco trolley. That's good for a laugh.
Why don't we go to Dave's? He's got some really good videos. Oh, that's really hard. Come on, I dare ya.
Look, I'd just rather go to Jennifer's. I was going to take those records tonight.
It's quicker this way.
No, it isn't.
She's right, it isn't.
Anyway, crossing the track, stupid.
I kind of think it's interesting that in this particular film, everyone but Yellow Shirt is like, yo, no. And even when he's like, yeah, it's a faster shortcut. No, it isn't. Everyone's like, no, it isn't. It's not even faster. Just don't do it. Honestly, I'm surprised they haven't brought up the fact that they shouldn't be in this area at all. There are at least 4 lines right behind them, and they're walking in the narrow gap between 2. This is already a very dangerous place for them to be, and certainly not a place where pedestrians are supposed to be. And now he's like, oh, all right, well, we'll just walk directly on the tracks, which is even worse, as if it wasn't bad enough. It's just kind of weird for 5 of them to be really safety conscious, say, oh, don't go over the tracks, when they're already walking immediately next to them.
Well, if you think you're so stupid, you go round a long way, and we'll see you in a week or so, chicken.
I'm not a chicken, idiot.
I'm a mouse! Oi! I didn't say you were a mouse. Why'd you even bring that up?
Oh, come on, Jane. Oh, I don't know why you want to do it anyway. You're mad. I don't want to end up dead. I'm going home. You lot can get squashed for all I care.
I've heard that people have been electrocuted by those overhead lines.
Yeah, and on the track. Some people get splattered by the train. It's really gruesome.
And why? I'll tell you why. They're stupid.
That is correct, actually. Walking along the track, messing along the track, crossing the track is stupid. Which is exactly why you shouldn't do it.
You've got to use your brains in this game. Look, there's nothing on the track, nothing for miles.
Ah, yes, a intellectuals game. Playing chicken with a train.
See for yourself. Oh, come on, let's stop talking about it and do it. Go on, Jane. You go home to your mum. Have a chicken dinner. It'll suit you.
Yeah, well, it's better than ending up looking like one, idiot. Oh, come on, Jane. Nothing's going to happen to us. It's just a load of stories. Honestly, Shirley, I don't know what you see in this lot. See you later.
Oh, she's just a pain.
I don't know why she gets like that sometimes.
She's got no bottle, that's her problem.
Hey, there's a really good horror thing on TV. We're going to miss it if we don't go back.
Oh, come on, you lot. Let's have a laugh. Let's be dangerous.
This is not what Darkwing Duck meant when he said, let's get dangerous, alright? I'm just throwing it out there. Also, I like the one with the headphones who's like, yeah, I'm missing something on TV. Gotta get back to... I don't know, what you guys watch in the 90s in the UK? Naughty's Toyland Adventures? I don't know. Despite the fact that almost all of them protest, all but one proceeds to cross the track. All the while, the yellow shirt, whose name is Sam, proceeds to act like a complete jerk, frankly.
Ah, it got me! Sam, will you stop mucking about?
We're nearly there. Oh, here comes the ghost train. Woo! Who's he going to pick for his ghostly crew?
This is oddly reminiscent of New Jersey's Chicken on the Tracks, except in Britain, and they're not actually even playing chicken on the tracks now that I think about it. Is there a difference in the UK or something? Because, I mean, Finishing Line knew what that was. This isn't even chicken. They're just crossing the tracks. I mean, you still shouldn't do it, but whatever. They're crossing the tracks. Well, except Andy. See, Andy's a little nervous. He don't think this is a good idea. And you know what, Andy, the nerves that you're having right now, the things, the emotions that are telling you not to do it, yeah, don't do it. Just walk around. Just go where the other girl went. Well, eventually they convince him to do it, but weirdly, this doesn't go the way you'd expect. Because, okay, he does get hit by a train. That is a thing that occurs. But instead of, like, getting surprised or something, Andy just takes so long doing it because he has a legit panic attack that he just doesn't notice the train coming. Which is a really perplexing choice in my opinion, because, I mean, if anything, it only illustrates that Andy needed to move faster, which, yeah, but also, no, he shouldn't have done it at all. But yeah, just giving the kid a panic attack, I mean, it's not nearly as effective as, well, Chicken on the Tracks, where they were actually playing chicken and did something dumb, you know? I mean, this is dumb, but not quite as dumb. This is just peer pressure and Andy freaking out. And during his freak out, the narrator goes through a bunch of facts about the lines, all of which are true. Andy also gets plowed into by the HST, by the way, just so we're clear.
I'm going to be sick.
And this is where the film goes, well, not off the rails, but it takes a very different direction than all the other ones I've talked about before. Normally, this would be, you know, where you see like a hospital scene or all the kids standing around looking sad. And you do see Andy's body parts being picked up, and that's pleasant. Thank you for that. But, instead, they opted to get some actual witnesses and victims of these types of railway accidents to tell their stories. And this is the part of the conversation where I'm gonna stop making jokes. I'm not gonna make fun of this part at all. Because, yo, even I have my limits. Like, I'll make fun of the acting in these sorts of things and, you know, make little jokes here and there about stuff like that, how silly some of it is. But these are like actual people that have actually seen horrific death on the railways. One of them is even the mother of a son who was killed doing this sort of thing. I'm not gonna mock these individuals. That's not happening.
We were about to pass over the crossing with the half barriers down, and this person just walked out in front of my train. I made an immediate application of the brakes, but it was too late. We were too close to the crossing, and the next thing I know, the train had come to a stand and we'd hit this person. After carrying out the procedures I had to do for cutting off the power and informing people, I walked back and I could see this body just laying there in the middle of the track. We'd cut one of the legs off and there was just blood. I remember thinking to myself, it looked just like a piece of meat laying there in the track. You know, weren't a person no more.
Oh, you know what else I'm not gonna mock, and I still can't believe they managed to convince the families of these people to let them do this. But in between the beginning part acting bit of the film and the stories, they cut in actual photographs of actual victims. Like real people who were hit by trains. Now, the uploader of the film on YouTube censored them on his own, because YouTube would probably have taken this down otherwise. But in the original version, this is not censored. You see all the gore. All of it. And I just can't help but think back to Finishing Line, where everyone freaked out about all the dead kids. And yeah, that was pretty horrific, but let's be fair about this. The effects in the Finishing Line weren't exactly that deep. Most of it was just, you know, red body paint to illustrate blood on the kids' bodies and some dirt and stuff. These are actually maimed corpses. Really maimed corpses. Like, yo! They were not playing! But this, combined with the actual witness testimony, I think really hammers the point home of how bad this sort of thing can get. It's not even the kind of thing any sensible person, even a teenager, could make fun of without being horrible, you know? If it had just been the kids' questionable acting and behaving like jerks, you could have laughed it off, but because they added the second bit, with the real people who really saw this kind of stuff happen, with the real people and their pictures post-mortem of their eviscerated corpses, yeah, that's pretty powerful. Not gonna lie. Till next time, this is Darkness, and I bid you all a farewell.
I'm sick of table tennis.